Hey y'all, Psycho Billy here. This is another episode of the House of Late Models. This segment is sponsored by Herberg Harvesting out of Beardsley, Minnesota. They're sponsoring our race coverage this whole weekend, 4-day race weekend, so got to give mad props to them. All right, who am I here with? I'm going to turn this camera around shortly. I want you to give us your name, your hometown, your age, your marital status, your children, names of your family members, pets, etc., etc., etc. Let me flip this baby around. Green flag.
Cole Searing. I'm from here in Huron, South Dakota. 27 years old. Married to my wife Ashley. No kids, but we have one on the way, due in August. That's about it. A few dogs, a few cats. Just us hanging out.
I suppose without any children yet, it's been really easy to, just race like crazy.
Yeah, we've been pretty good. I got a good group of guys that help us. We don't plan on slowing down or picking up any more or any less than we have. And I got guys that come help me with every aspect of the car. So we got a pretty good system going down, a pretty good support group with us. So
if you discuss it with the wife, once you have kids, are you going to have to slow down at all, or are you going to keep plugging away?
We're just going to keep going. We're running the Challenge Series this year for the Wissota Challenge Series, and our due date is like right in the middle of a couple weekends that we're supposed to be racing. So we're kind of trying to plan around that. Hopefully all goes well and she's all aboard for, we'll have the kid and keep going and see what happens.
Oh, tipping me off there. That's kind of me. We're going to get to that segment here later on about, what your goals were for this year. So tipping us off a little bit there. Cool. All right. I want to touch on a few things like your off-season hobby, your 2021 accomplishments, and then of course your goals for this coming year. Now, South Dakota is known far and wide for pheasant hunting.
Oh yeah.
But coyote hunting, me and Dad, we used to chase coyotes around in four-wheel drives back in the days, like burn up an entire tank of gas, which would be tough these days or whatever. High-speed chases. We'd surround, a 4-mile area with guys on every county road and either fire into shelter belt or have a guide, drive out through a field or whatever to kind of spur them up or whatever. My CB handle was Mean Machine. Dad's was Pappy. Now, I've seen many of your videos of your coyote hunting here in the off season. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm a big hunter. Basically, when racing season ends, the car just kind of gets pushed in the garage for a couple months, and we hit it hard with hunting. We do a lot of pheasant hunting, deer hunting. A big deal kind of in the fall, winter times. Me and my, he's not my brother-in-law, but pretty much we like to do coyote hunting, and we both have thermal scopes. We go out at night. We do it at night. We call them in, shoot them, record them, and it's kind of grown into a bigger deal. I think this last winter we probably shot and killed 75 coyotes, and it's kind of just snowballed from there. We get along with a lot of farmers, and they're having coyote problems with their calves, and my wife and I own a repair shop, so I get to meet a lot of farmers that way too. We work on their vehicles, and just a couple months ago, a guy come in and asked if we still did it, and yeah, we do it. Just not much in the summer, springtime. Just their fur's kind of bad, and you can't sell them for much. And he was having some coyote problems with his calves, and so we went out there just a week ago and got 4 of them off his land for him, and just something we like to do, pass the time, and try to do it a couple times a week in the wintertime for sure.
Kind of the same thing with some of the land we hunted on. Some of the farmers had problems with coyotes to get in there, chickens or livestock or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot more coyotes out there than a guy imagines.
That kind of explains one thing. Your videos kind of look like night vision or whatever, but I've never heard of anybody hunting at night. I didn't know if it was just the camera. Are you hunting during the day?
We do a little bit of day hunting. We don't get out as much as we want. We're just real busy doing a bunch of other stuff. But night just kind of works good. It's a little easier, in my opinion, to call them in at night. And them thermal scopes, I can see coyotes 2,000, 2,500 yards away, and we got rangefinders built into them, and call them in and get rid of them.
Now, I've read some of your reports and stuff. You would actually make a good race reporter when you retire from behind the wheel. But I've read your reports from coyote hunting. You get knocking off like, sometimes 5, 10, 12, 15 a night, so they must be really thick up here.
We get going a lot. I always say for every coyote we kill, there's probably 2 to 4 that we don't kill. There was times early fall last year, we've called in 12 coyotes to the same field before, and it's only 2 guys out there hunting. That's kind of the law around here. You can hunt 2 at night, and you try to get as many as you can, but you know, if we kill 2 in a stand, there's probably 6 of them that got away. So they're all over the place.
Now, people tuning in, they're probably going like, "Psycho, have Cole show us his hunting rifle."
Yeah.
Do you have it handy?
Yeah, I do. It's right over here.
All right, yeah.
This is my coyote rifle, Envision Halo XRF thermal scope with a rangefinder on it, 22-250 and an AR platform with a suppressor, so we're not making a bunch of noise for the farmers and scaring their cattle around. And that's what we do with that. And like I was telling you, I do a little bit of precision shooting, just a small caliber 22 long rifle stuff. This is my 22 long rifle that I go to matches with and compete in when I'm not racing, I guess.
So does that is that just mainly for fun, or do they have prize money at some of those?
We do it for fun. You get a little bit of prize money, but just like racing around here anyway, you never really earn back what you put into it. So.
All right, well, let's segue into your racing career. I was kind of wondering, your dad was telling me that you have a race shop. He was wondering if I was going to interview you there. I'm like, well, I'm not going to interview him at his house. Yeah. So I was kind of wondering if you like had any trophies or anything here, but you do.
We got some stuff around here. I got bigger stuff that we have at our repair shop. We kind of got them upstairs there just because I ran out of room in here. You know, we keep the bigger, significant ones, and I'd say the last probably 5 years we've given pretty much every trophy we've won away to a kid at the races or a kid that comes down and wants to take a picture. All these ones over here on the top. Some of them are from racing. A lot of them this way are all from when I started go-karts before big car stuff. Then we got a lot of our Arizona stuff when we raced the B-Mod down there over the last few winters.
Yeah, that's kind of one of our favorite races. We just cover the late models, but I know a lot of northern guys go there. I guess I didn't realize you'd gone down there, but you've won a few trophies there.
We went down there 3 times, and we won the points championship 2 of the 3. We had a lot of success down there. Won 7 races down there, I think, over 3 years.
Now they moved it to Vado last year. Were we able to go down there for that?
No, I didn't make it to Vado. The B-Mod I used to run, I actually raced for a guy out of Rapid City, Brandon George. We did that for a few years for him. It was all his stuff, and then kind of when we quit doing that is when I bought it, and that's when I raced B-Mods around here full time with the Super Stock. And then we won the B-Mod National Championship with it, and then kind of moved on to the late model stuff.
Well, super late models are slightly different from Wissota late models. Any dreams of ever taken the late model down there to Wild West?
No, I don't have any dreams really of that. And the motor package is a little more extensive than I'm willing to put into it, just because we don't have a lot of super late model stuff around here we can run. I like to put all my money into what I got going on here and have the best equipment I can around home, And that's not saying if somebody wants me to come down and drive sometime, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But as of now, we have no plans.
Okay, well, let's sit back down, chat a little more. All right, what was I going to ask you next? Now, was last year 2021, was that your first year in a late model?
I raced, so the year before was when I switched. That's when COVID was going on, and Wissota kind of didn't have a point season because we couldn't get the Canadians down to race. So I ran, in 2020, I ran the B-Mod Super Stock full-time for about half the year, till about June or July maybe. And then we kind of it's just kind of one of those deals where they say if you're not having fun, you should move on and try something different. And it's getting to be one of those aggravating deals. I mean, I ran 2 cars 3 nights a week. It was hard, and you get upset when you don't win. And it was just kind of time for us to try something different. I knew a guy had a late model for sale, and I really good buddies with Mark Girth over there at Mars Race Car. He runs the shock department, CMD Shocks, and if it probably wasn't for him answering his phone at about midnight that night, we probably wouldn't have ever done it. And he just said, kind of how I said it, and if you're not having fun, you gotta move on, try something different. And somehow within like 3 days, I was able to get both of my cars and everything I owned completely sold, and we bought the late model, and we ran a handful of shows that year, 2020. I think we ended up with 1 or 2 wins, 1 win maybe, and it went good. And we kind of just refreshed in the car and went out for 2021. Started the year off really good. 2021 would be the first full year I had in it, and we were able to crack off like 24 wins and the national championship and the rookie of the year all in the same year. It just really couldn't have worked out any better for us.
So how about that? You dial up Mars Race Cars at midnight and they pick up the phone.
Yeah, well, that just tells you a lot about those guys. I know give me a little guff back and forth. I call and talk to them a lot. They're super helpful. AJ over there helps me out so much. Mark in the B-Mod stuff, he was probably the big reason why we won the national championship, helping us with any questions I had. He'd answer his phone, text me back, do whatever it took.
Yeah, Demo is solid everywhere he goes.
He's solid. You know, I wear him out a little bit. I was wearing him out Thursday on the phone a little bit, asking him some questions about here. But all them guys over there, just everybody I have on the car, all the manufacturers, the car builders, they help me out. Pro Power Engines, Bill Schleiper over there in Wisconsin. I can call that guy at midnight and he'll answer his phone.
Bill is awesome.
The reason we went with him is when I first bought the car, the motor that came with it, we went and tested right before I raced, and we had an engine problem. I actually broke that engine. And I got home that night and I was scrolling through Facebook and I seen Pro Power on there, so I went to their website and it said he's got a fresh one on his website. I'm like, oh, okay, this is Sunday night, probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. I figured, I'll call the number, I'll leave a message so he can call me back right away Monday. Well, he must have all of his phone calls forwarded to his cell phone, and he answered it at midnight. And from there, it was just like, holy crap. I've never not had him answer a phone call for me.
So many spur-of-the-moment things, and people are picking up the line on the other end.
It was crazy. My main guy, Cody, that helps us, he's actually our shop manager at a repair shop, too. He gets a little guff because he was actually gone the weekend that I made that decision. He goes, I go on vacation 1 week, and you sell everything and buy a late model. He goes, what the heck? But no, it's...
Best move ever.
It was all just kind of destined to be. Just kind of rolled with the flow, and it's worked ever since. And I missed the other classes a little bit right away, and this was my first experience really with a quick change rear end. So once I started to change gears for the first time, all that missing the Ford 9-inch rear end stuff went out the window. So we've had fun, and we're just kind of going with the flow.
I wanted to ask you if running Tri-State late model series like on a Saturday night is going to affect your Wissota national points, but you did mention you're going to be running Challenge Series will be your main focus then?
Yeah, after last year, starting last year, we just kind of wanted to race, see how it went, and we seen a glimmer of hope at the points, so we decided to put all our eggs into that basket, go for the points deal, and we got it done, and we just kind of made the decision this winter that, it's time to not chase the national points, get away from the 3-night-a-week stuff. I've traveled 3 nights a week, 50 to 65 shows for 7 years now, and it gets to be a lot. So we just decided that, hey, the Challenge Series pays the same to win the point series, and they race 18 times a year. We'll go do that. We'll go run the specials, these tri-state deals here. The Rumble in Aberdeen. We'll run the Sites Memorial, the 100. We're gonna go to the Masters at Cedar Lake, probably the USA Nationals, and do that stuff. Just have fun. Go race for fun, I guess.
Yeah, he must have pulled this out for me. He must have known I was coming. Maybe people saw it when I zoomed him on the rifles, but there it is. That's the Wissota Late Model National Championship Trophy.
No, I didn't pull out anything specific. To be honest with you, it sat right there since we got home from the banquet. Things get cluttered in here, and I just haven't had time to organize and put things away.
Now, what does the Wissota Late Model Rookie of the Year trophy look like? Do you have it in here?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
National Championship
I don't even know what I got for that. Maybe it was just a plaque somewhere. I got it sitting somewhere, but.
And when I first pulled in this afternoon, you told me you've given so many of them away to children in the area. That's pretty awesome.
It's cool. I mean, when I was the Rookie of the Year one's up there. That little itty bitty one. Green.
Dang, that's pretty small.
Yeah, they don't do too much for it.
Let's zoom in on it. Dang, we better give. I better give Wissota a call.
Yeah.
Have a chat with him.
No, but the trophy giveaway deal, I can just remember back when my dad, when I was racing go-karts, he always took me to the races, and they always had junior fan. You could sign up and be the junior fan for the night and go present the trophy to the drivers when they won. And I won that like 3 or 4 times, and that's when Huron was open full time, and Ken Arment raced here 2 classes every weekend, and he seemed like he won everything for 10 years when I was younger. I probably still have the trophies in here that he gave me here at the shop that he'd give me, so I always thought that was cool when I was a kid. So we got to keep the kids into the sport, and it means I got to give them a trophy once in a while. I'll do it.
I noticed some of those guys are kind of getting old. I think it's about time for changing of the guard.
Yeah. No, he still puts up a fight. All them guys, Armet, Becker's been doing it for years, and Kurt Gelling, I don't think he's been racing this year, but Scott Ward, all them guys that I watched when I was younger, and I get a race with. It's pretty cool.
All right, this is a Wheel Jam weekend. I know you're wanting to get out there. You messaged me early. Psycho, are you coming? Are you coming? I want to go to Wheel Jam.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite activities during this Wheel Jam weekend?
I'll be honest, I don't do much out there. It's just nice. I got a little downtime, before the races. We'll go walk around, hang out with friends, see people, look at things, and go buckle down and get ready for the races tonight.
Cool. So you're second place behind Justin Zeitner Thursday night. This is kind of a unique deal. They've always run on this weekend, but Dakota State First Speedway runs Thursday night and Saturday night. Had a 3K show Thursday night. You came in second. 5K show tonight, $700 to start, which is really good money. What is your outlook on?
Yeah, be honest with you, I think Thursday we probably had the car to win. We had that yellow flag halfway to go. Actually, 2 laps before that yellow flag, I blew a power steering hose, and I ran the last half of the race with no power steering. And I thought I was going to be able to hold on, and when the track had a little character in it, so when I hit the bumps, it kind of ripped the steering wheel out of my hand, and it did it one time just too much, and it shot me up towards the wall in turn 3.
See, that's when I thought your power steering must have broken, but long before that.
It was right before the yellow flag. So I held on for quite a while, and it got me up towards the wall, and I just couldn't get it cranked back in time, and Justin got around me, and I was just hanging on after there. I was pretty tired, so we got that fixed up all last night, so hopefully we should be good to go tonight.
Yeah, Nodorf was right on your heels there at the checkered flag.
Yeah, I seen that. I was ready to pull over and get towed in the rest of the way because my arms were shot.
Appreciate your time. Cole Searing, driver of the number 10, Wissota late model national champion in 2021. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.